Hello, welcome to the first edition of the Breakout. I'm Doug Dunleavy. This is produced by John Delano of CBN Media. What we're going to be doing is breaking down everything that we can in paintball, mostly tech related. We'll try not to really get into the theory of playing paintball too much, but everything that has to do with one of these or any other piece of gear, we're going to be touching on it. All the weird things that you've heard, such as the LV1 drop shot, we're going to be proving that wrong, or other things in that nature. We'll be breaking down things, showing you what you need to play and get ready for paintball. For all you scrubs that show up to the field, broken gear, not anymore, because today, you gonna learn.
Make the ground shake.
Alright, on episode 1, we're going to be talking about basics. You're a basic ass bitch and you need to know this. Let's start with your toolbox. This guy. Kind of looks like a tackle box. This thing was cheap. I got it on sale for $8 at Harbor Freight. Alright, no excuses. You need about $50, give or take, to have a good, decent toolkit. This fits in your gear bag, especially if you have a Planet gear bag. It'll go on the side where the masks and everything go. Alright, so here it is. Alright, for starters, everyone likes a nice box. So here you go. I got this one from Harbor Freight for pretty cheap a long time ago. I think it was like $7, $8. Whatever. You can find it either at Walmart, hardware store, whatever your heart desires. But this is a nice piece, rugged, durable plastic. Just holds everything you want in it. Inside is the good stuff. And that's what I'm going to be showing you. It's your basic essentials. We're going to have screwdriver, lube, all that kind of stuff. So let's go there. First, I have a little Stanley toolkit. You don't have to get the exact set here, but I have small Phillips here, 3 of them, or no, 2 of them, and 4 small flatheads. They come in use for pulling anything from eyes out or certain screws that are on your gun, especially the circuit boards. That's what it's important for. Always have Allen keys, most important thing on a paintball gun. 99% of the time, especially working on mid to high range guns, you're gonna have American standard size. The metric, don't use it, don't cross it unless you have a spider. That's the only time you should see it. Sorry, I'm missing one here. Make sure you have a complete set. By the way, if you buy the regular steel see, it gets oxidized when we're playing paintball. There's a lot of moisture that's in your bag. It can oxidize and rust. So I highly recommend getting the stainless steel ones, such as these ones from MacDev out of my case over here. So you want to get something like that. It'll last for a long time. Next, dental picks. These are not just for your teeth, and I highly suggest not using them for your teeth. Just for the O-rings. This makes your life a hell of a lot easier. You have this kit, I believe, cost me $2 or $3, again from Harbor Freight. This place is going to be your best bet to go for any and all of these tools. All right, on sale for $2, $3. It's got every sort of angle you could possibly need, no matter how deep or where you're going to go inside a regulator. You're going to push something out, pull it down. You can do 0050 O-rings with something like that. It works. Absolutely a must. Next, yes, this is a toothbrush. Whatever you want to do. If you want a $10 toothbrush, doesn't matter. I highly recommend going to Walmart, CVS, buying the $1 CVS, ShopRite, whatever brand toothbrush. I recommend soft bristle. This is probably the most useful tool besides the Allen wrenches that you have. You're going to be doing a lot of cleaning with it. Seriously. Screwdriver, Phillips. Pair of dikes. You never know when you're going to need to cut something, a zip tie. You might need to do something in an emergency. Okay? You never know. It's nice to have. Needlenose pliers. Excellent. Great for grabbing reg pistons, things like that, small parts, pulling plungers out, especially if you have like a die NT, something like that. It's easy to get stuff out. Absolute mandatory. And the other thing is these have cutters on them. Again, if you're going to do some sort of crazy wiring or something, which we're not going to touch on, these have cutters built in. For you guys that have guns like Cyborgs, especially the older ones, they use a Schrader valve. It's the exact same thing as a tire tool. So you're going to want one of those. So some of you pop it guys that have a Schrader valve, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, look it up, look in your manual, you'll see. But this is a great tool. It's a tire tool. Again, this is a snap-on. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can get them a couple bucks at Harbor Freight. Not essential unless you have a gun like a Cyborg. One of your best friends, the Crescent Wrench. For guys that still have guns that have macro line, GO3s. Well, actually, I'm not on a GO3. But anything that has a hex head, and sometimes holding parts and breaking them free. Some drivetrains out there need to be broken in half. So you're going to need one of these or two, because you might need, you know, another one to oppose it. That's why I have things like a 7/16 wrench and also a 3/8 side head. This is industry standard when it comes to the macro line fitting right there, 7/16. And I don't have an example, so screw me. This is not essential, but this is a 16mm. You want to get wrenches that are specific to your gun if they need it. For example, when I had a Cyborg RX, the 16mm proved useful on the regulator on the bottom. I had to crack it. So make sure you carry the wrenches that are essential to your gun specifically. Refer to your manual. What else do we have here? Random parts. Loctite. This you're going to want to use instead of pipe dope or thread sealant, whatever you want to call it. This stuff is awesome. This stuff kicks ass, and you only want blue. Do not use red. You will hate your life, and you'll need heat 9 times out of 10, or you'll strip aluminum. This is awesome for macro line fittings. The part where it has the tapered end and you have to put it back in, this seal's awesome. You give it like 12 hours to cure. Excellent. Must have. This, I don't know, $6, $5, $6. You can get it in an auto parts store anywhere, Walmart, things like that. Again, must have. And we have lube. Lube is one of the most controversial things in paintball. I've done a lot of research. I prefer MacDev Militia Lube. I am a little biased. I do like MacDev, but this stuff works awesome in the cold as well. I don't use basic Dow 33. I don't really condone it, or Sleek. But again, if your gun's built with it like a Lux or an NT or something, it works. It's fine. But this is my secret. This, for some odd reason, is awesome. This is Violence PB Jelly. This stuff is an ass kicker. It's clear, it doesn't smell, and this stuff is sticky and slick. It just works on all the spools, the Cyborgs that I have, that because they require grease, not oil. This stuff, as you can see, I've been using a hell of a lot of it, and it is awesome. So, seriously, one of the best kept secrets that I have. Also, Monkey Poo works awesome by O-Ring Monkey. And the same similar, you know, lube is the Pooty Lube, the magical lube. Excellent lube to get. Go for it. And like I said, MacDev V2 Militia Lube, you can buy it in a small size, such as this thread locker here, or you can get the bigger tube. Honestly, you're better off just buying this and throwing it in your gear bag. Kicks ass. Also, isopropyl alcohol. Why do we need that? This cleans off everything from paint, dirt, lube, everything. You can get the 91% or the 70%. It doesn't matter, whatever your heart desires. Just don't get the green rubbing alcohol. Just get the clear, basic. And the idea behind it is your buddy, the toothbrush. These two guys go together like peanut butter and jelly. You're just going to be sticking that down in there, and you're going to be scrubbing away, especially on your grips. This stuff works awesome. This is your best bet when it comes to doing grips. You got that dirty gun, you can't get on the feed neck somewhere. It's awesome, and I'll even show you. This NT, for example, was pretty damn dirty. As you can see, just by me doing a quick pass, dipping that in, I was able to clean out all this stuff. And what's cool is you're going to be able to get in areas around the feed neck just by using a toothbrush. Oh my God, just like your teeth. Go figure. If you have halfway decent hygiene, you'll understand this. So you can get in every crevice Alcohol dissipates quick and it does not hurt anything on the gun, including the circuit board. Again, it does not hurt anything on this gun. The only thing is if you expose it to any part that has lube on it, clean it off and re-lube. That's it. And finally, Q-tips. Same idea. You can use these two together. All right, you can dip in if you want to get something that's deep down in a regulator, clean down in the bore. This is awesome. A clean gun will always be rewarding to you. You'll always shoot the best if you have a clean gun. Doesn't matter if it's spool, pop it, get in the habit of doing it right. Have a spare barrel swab too. I have the Virtue one. It works pretty well. Whatever your heart desires, whatever cleans. I mean, some certain brands I won't name really suck with the cleaner. For some reason, this Virtue one's really good. I'd recommend it, but always have one that's made for just teching. And yes, you can wash this and stuff like that, so you don't have to have a dirty one laying around. You can wash it every single time. This thing's been through hell and back, as you can see, and it's clean. All right. Last but not least is a hard copy of your manual. Should you not have one, you can download apps on your phone, such as Marker Help or PB manuals. I think most of them are free too. But this is it. This is, I mean, right here, this is for a Go3. This is your lifeline right here. You need this. And if you know your gun well enough, then I guess you don't need it for a while. But, you know, for example, the Go3 here has everything from your settings to resetting, how to rebuild, tips and tricks to tune, all that kind of stuff. And everything I'm going to touch upon is basically from a manual. So keep it in mind. You'd be surprised at what you know just by your freaking manual. Seriously. All right, ladies and paintballers, that concludes our basic tool kit here. And I also wanted to make mention, this is a good friend. Microfiber towel, pick them up at AutoZone, Walmart, CVS, anywhere. These are absolutely essential to cleaning almost all of your gear, especially your goggles, lenses, your gats, everything you can. So, thanks for watching. Tune in for our next episode on CBN Media.